Okay. Well, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm Crimson Skies, and we're gonna continue with the Unreal Engine project. Very excited, very excited. So I just woke up. From like I think a 5 hour for 5 hours. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna. So the thing is, um, I kind of made a map. Now, yes, I'm aware. I'm aware that the streets are really, really narrow. But understand that this is like a rough draft map, so nothing's really finalized. I haven't actually made any of the buildings. This is all just so I have an idea on what I might want for the kind of playtest area. Because as you can see, there's I mean, you know, it needs a little bit of work, just a little bit of work. But well, it needs a lot of work. One thing is there's like zero elevation between anything, right? So like it's all just one size. I want to add some more elevation to some of the combat, maybe make like rails up to like rooftops. I want to make it where there are objectives on top of rooftops. But the thing I want to learn now that I kind of used the knowledge that I had acquired from the Unreal Sensei video, I want to kind of now make it so that I can get a gun and shoot a gun. Is my goal now. And I watched Unreal Sensei's thing on the blueprints, and the blueprints are rather fascinating. As you can see, I have it open. IMC default is like the controls. You have maps. If we open starter content, I'm curious if there are blueprints. And one thing I think was really fascinating that he showed was the debug system. Not obviously because I don't have a game open. I don't think I can test. Yeah, see, now I can test it. So as I play, I'll learn play. I'll just do it on the second screen. I don't think you need to see it, but as I play, you can see as I move around the Shift F1. What else? Let's see if I can just make all of these things pop off. To jumping on the bottom one, movement in the movement input. I like how they have it organized. And then camera when you look around on the camera. Very cool. Very cool. So the thing I want to learn, okay, is I want to learn how to sprint. So when it's triggered, left and right. I'm still not aware of what this is. But I even learned how to do this, which is really cool. But hmm. Viewport, very fascinating. You can click on things and understand. So the thing I'm trying to figure out now, okay, and I actually learned another cool thing. You can switch it out here, so I can make it Manny, and then we'll hit compile, and it saves as a male character. So if I play as a male, so if I hit play now, I'm a male. Oh my gosh. Not really important, just things I learned from watching that Unreal Sensei video. But now I need to sit down and watch a video and learn how to actually create blueprints. There's a construction script. I don't know what construction scripts are. I understand event graphs to a degree, but um, I don't quite know how to make one. So he has enhanced input action AI look. Enhance input local player subsystem. So I wonder if that fits into that. Let's do call function on mesh. Okay, crap. Animation collision input. We're going to do touch input. So before I watch any videos, I want to see if I can figure it out. It's going to be a begin. Touch component would be shift key. Okay, shit. So maybe this isn't the one I want. We're gonna delete. Keyboard event, and I want it to be shift. Like left shift. Pressed. Um, Let's see. Let's see if I can figure out just from the like the 8 minute thing. So use shift. We're gonna go open actor. No ticks. Component field gameplay. Movement paper. Physics rendering sequence synth user interface utility maybe. So if I just did mesh. No, set draw just no. It's really difficult because okay, so let me actually rewatch what he does and then try to take kind of his lessons, see if I can make it so I sprint. Because he does some basic stuff. I want to see if I can make it so that
use this video as a reference and veer off the path to event graph. And if it's for some reason not hooked up by default, then I can drag mesh from the components window into my event graph, let go, and plug it up like that. But Unreal smart enough to know that all we need is the death function. So if I press play now, if the player now collides with the obstacle, we see that as soon as I touch it, our player dies. Selected, and in the details panel, check instance editable,
so
and
he's making
expose
it
on spawn.
rotate.
Now if I press compile, jump screen. So the sentence that I want to come up is "You won the game!" exclamation point. To my viewport, I no longer get access to the mouse cursor. If I ever want to get back the mouse cursor, and that's because we don't have a player start within our world. So to add a player start, come up to the add button, go down to basics, and drag in a player start. So here we have a new object in our world. If I press play, our player starts from this location and also points in the direction of the arrow. So if I rotate this, for example, it's facing the rocks, and press play.
Okay, so he doesn't actually explain specifically how to make that happen. It seems he talks about so when you press the left shift key, um, it can be used to add components, add event, uh, touch input, event begin on touch. Keyboard, no. So event begin on touch, which would be keyboard. Okay, no, I see, because it'd be my character touching it. So when he pushes left shift, I want to make it so that the actor animation, sequence, skeletal controls, utilities. I want to make my character move faster. Character. Modeled after for the newer Blueprint menu system, act simply as a custom event node spawned in place new node. Assign movement node. Bind event to movement node to change delegate. Mesh. Okay, mesh. This seems a bit too complex. Left, right, up, down. That causes this event to fire. Okay, so add controller, yeah, input, target is pawn, target is pawn. Movement input. So enhance input AI move. Triggered. Get rotation. World directions. Add movement. Scale value. Scale value. So when the enhanced input action AI enhance. So they're using an already set up movement system from the looks of it based off of these. So I need to open up that. Maybe. Animation class. Start with okay. So let's go back. Um, Third person game. That means nothing to me. Use seamless travel stress. Start players as spectators. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I don't have a menu. Event, take on any damage, take on point. Actor on hit. So this is... So I want to use this. Um, this isn't even the movement. Input. IMC default. Jump, look, move. Value type, access. 2D vector. Accumulation behavior. This defines how the value of this input action will be calculated in the case there are multiple key mappings to the same input action. When it takes visualize default when it's selected, then each key mapping will be added together to get the key value. Consume lower priority enhance input mappings, consume action and access mappings, player mappable key settings, experimental. Hold settings information of an action. Screen and save purposes. Do not count on long-term support for this structure. Do not count on long-term support. So we'll just go back to none. That doesn't actually seem to tell me anything. Located walking around. So they're all kind of the same system. I don't understand. Um, okay, that sucks. That sucks. Back to blueprints. We're gonna go to the class where we have these systems. I want to make it so this character. So we're gonna do keyboard event, and then I want to make it shift. It's gonna be left shift, and then when they do it, action. What's this? Okay, so actually, to be honest, I don't think I know what I'm doing. Delete. So the goal is to be able to sprint and then get a gun. That's kind of my goal. That's kind of my goal. That's kind of my goal. That's my goal. That's my goal. Make this character sprint and run.
What's up guys, welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial, and today we are going to learn on how to make a simple sprint or run and stamina system. So this video is going to be very quick and easy to follow, so let's get started. So the first thing that we are going to do is go ahead and open the third person character blueprint, or also it can be, the first person blueprint or anything, but I'm going to use the third person blueprint here. So let's go and just find the spot, nice clean spot, and then we are just going to go ahead and type left shift, because of course we want to run if we press the left shift.
I mean, yeah, I got
of course
that.
it can be any other key, but I'm gonna use the left shift. So what I'm going to do is just drag the character movement, and what we're going to get from here is set.
Whoa. Okay, so here, character move. I'm not sure where character movement. Character movement component handles movement logic for the associated character owner. It supports various movement modes, including walking, falling, swimming, flying. So let's, okay, so that's all this blueprint has. Okay. Oh my gosh, bro. You see, it's things like that where, like, I feel like had I looked around just a little bit more, I probably would have been able to figure this out. But I want to see how he does this. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? What's up?
Max walk speed, okay, because from the character movement component we
Is it seriously just max walk speed at Unreal? There's no way, right? There's no way that like max. Physics. Max draw distance, max material. Okay, see, so there is a disconnect here. Let me go back and see what he did.
Is set max walk.
Set max walk speed. Is it seriously that self-explanatory? Am I just not doing this correctly? Oh, it's okay, I see. So he's going through this subsystem here. Character movement. Set max walk speed. And it triggers when pressed. And then there should be, so when I press left shift, my max walk speed, let's say 2. Compile. Is that seriously it? Is that it? Is that everything I need to do? Let's see. Okay, but there's no release, so my dude's just permanently stuck like that. Got it. Got it. So so if I'm looking at these, how do I get out? Left shift. Okay, so we're gonna do 250. And then what I'll do is I'll set up another max walk speed, and then when released, it goes back to 100. See if I want to see if there's a self-feeding system. Holy cow, man, how fast am I moving? Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Speed, okay? Because from the character movement component, we can basically have access into the maximum speed that our player can go. Right now, the maximum speed is 500. So let's increase this to around 700.
Okay. So where did he get that information is my question. Where did he get that information? So we'll just delete this section here. We'll set it for 1000. If the basic walk speed is 500, but I need to see how he figured that out. What menu is he looking at? Is it in the character movement? Yes. Walk speed, crouch. There's a crouch button. Okay. So if I were to compile that, but the problem is now my character stays super fast. So right now he's got a standard run. Press shift. He runs even faster. That's kind of funny. But unfortunately, he's now stuck at that speed. So let me see if I can figure out how to.
Hundred, and then when it's released, basically we're just gonna copy this and paste it here, and the speed will go back into
500.
500. I'm actually gonna set this value into 1000 to be able to see a better difference in the speed. So we actually right now compile and save and press play. Right now I'm walking, but since I press shift, you can see how quick I go, and also the animations will increase.
Hmm. So is there a looping system we can use? I mean, Control D. I mean, you would expect it to, right? But since he's not using one, 500, we'll keep things basic, just so I can do it. This is really fascinating. Really fascinating stuff over here. Then we got the My Blueprint section here. Now then, I want to also make it. That's cool. So now, if we hit compile, left shift character movement. Man, that's so crazy. And then you use this character movement to find movement speed. I'm curious if I can find camera controls. Right here? I wonder if I can shorten it, put it closer behind the person's shoulder when they sprint. Um, so camera, follow camera. So if I were to drag and drop you, I want to make it where when he presses shift, okay. So I want to make it where when he presses left shift, what's going on? Okay. Grumble, grumble, grumble. So follow camera. So camera distance. I wonder if I can just do that. Camera distance. Field of view. So if I were to click on follow camera, I want to see how close it is to the character. What the fuck was that? Mm-hmm. Hmm. Would it be field of view? How do I get it so that the camera gets closer when I press shift? That's what I want to set up so that when, so set max walk speed. So it must be something that basic. What if, set, create asset, get primary asset, registry. That's all audio. Aspect ratio set. Access constraint. Field of view. Oh shit, no, that's not what I want. No. How do you dictate how close? How do you dictate how close the camera is? So let's try. Let's try that. So let's see what happens. Nothing. I need to figure out the distance away from the character it is. Field of view is 90. Let's mess with the field of view then. Set. I don't think that's what I want. Set field of view. Control D. I don't think field of view is what I'm looking for, but just for the sake of experimentation, I want to see what happens if I were to have it like that. Oh God. You don't even feel like you're running faster. But that's kind of what I want. Um, kind of what I want. It just doesn't, it's not, it's not a smooth transition. I want it to be a smooth transition. How exactly is that possible? Well, let's see what else.
Great, so now we actually have set up a sprint or a run system. But of course, now we need the stamina system in order to show how much we can run. So for this flow, so let's get started. So the first thing that we are going to do is go ahead and open the third person character blueprint, or also it can be, you know, the first person blueprint or anything, but I'm going to use the third person blueprint here. So let's go and, you know, just find the spot, nice clean spot, and then we are just going to go ahead and type left shift, because of course we want to run if we press the left shift. Of course it can be any other key, but I'm gonna use the left shift. So what I'm going to do is just drag the character move.
Okay. So how to smoothly change camera FOV in Unreal Engine 5.
Hey everyone, I'll be going over showing you how to create a common FOV transition you might find in games. To smoothly update your FOV, you can go with two options. Using a finterp on tick, which will smoothly set the field of view setting on your camera. I've shown this method a few times on my channel, included in some of my videos like free falling and charge jump. But if you're concerned with optimization, this may not be optimal because this will run every single tick of your game, even if you aren't changing the value, which is pretty useless. Second option you can go with is a timeline, which I'll be specifically going over today. First, we're going to create an event with a float input for the new FOV we want to be applied. Off our event, we add a timeline, and inside this we're going to set the duration to 1 second. We want a float track, adding 2 keyframes at 0 and 1 second, with their values matching the time they're located at. Next, on our timeline's update output, we're setting the field of view off our camera component. For its input value, we use a lerp that's going to use the timeline's track value as its alpha. For A, we get the current field of view from our camera, and for B, this is the FOV we're transitioning to, so this is the float on our event. Now we can call this event anywhere inside our character. If you'd like to call this functionality anywhere else / outside your character in your game, you could create an interface version of this event and call it that way, which of course it'll need a object input, and you can just use the engine's built-in get player character function. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like to
Holy shit, bro, this guy sprinted through that. So he made a timeline?
tick of your game, even if you aren't changing the value, which is pretty useless. Second option you can go with is a timeline, which I'll be specifically going over today. First, we're going to create an event with a float input for the new FOV.
Holy fuck, bro, you're sprinting.
Specifically going over today. First, we're going to create an event with a float.
Okay. Okay, we need a... This guy's moving. So he did, so this kind of worked. Kind of worked. I got the desired field of view. I just didn't get the, so, but he did custom, so we're gonna follow specifically what he's doing. So add custom event. Let's change change field of view. We're gonna just set it up here.
Float input for the new FOV we want to be applied. Off our event, we add a timeline, and inside this
So he made it a float. float input. Oh, dude, he goes so quick. He doesn't.
For the new FOV we want to be applied. Off our event,
It just says FOV. I want to see how he does
we add
this.
a timeline, and inside this, we're going to set the duration to
Okay, so this is where he pulls up the timeline. Timeline.
1 second. We want
Smooth FOV. Smooth FOV. Give it a little bit of space.
a float track, adding
Play from start.
2 keyframes at 0 and 1 second. One second. We want a float track, adding 2 keyframes at 0.
Add float track.
And 1 second, with their values matching the time they're located.
How did he?
Adding 2 keyframes at 0 and 1 second.
So this is set to 1. That was one thing he did. 1 second. Did he add a curve float? So 0 to 1. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Delete. External curve. No. Okay, so it's obviously a curve float. 0, 1.
With their values matching the time they're located at.
Oh my god, he sprints through this fucking
2
thing.
keyframes at 0 and 1 second, with their values matching the time they're.
So he's adding 2 keyframes. He's adding 2 keyframes. How many seconds?
Located at. Next on our timeline's update output.
Oh my god. Compile. Did he save this? How did
We're setting the field of view off our camera component.
Shit, bro. Target field of view. So I was on to what I wanted. Field of view, target, field of view. So he has it right there. He set up another follow camera. he's currently attaching it to something
For its
else.
input value,
It's different. How? How did I? What did I go wrong?
we're setting the field of view off our camera component. For its input value, we use a lerp that's going
This one. Okay.
to use the timeline's track value.
Jesus. He's hauling ass.
Timeline's track value as its alpha. For A value, we use a lerp that's going to use the timeline's track value as
Okay, so he's actually moving it ahead. So there's gonna be some other things he's gonna be working on. So we'll just put these together here.
its alpha. For A,
God, he did that so fucking fast.
we get the current field of view alpha. For A, we value as its alpha.
Lerp? What the fuck is a lerp? So some kind of float value.
For A, we get the current field of view from
Dude. We get the current field of view.
our camera, and for B, this is the FOV we're transitioning to. So this is the float on our event. Now we can call this event anywhere inside our character. If you'd like to call this functionality anywhere else / outside your character in your game, you could create an interface version of this event and call it that way, which of course it'll
Uh,
version of this event and call it that way. If you'd like to call this functionality, this is the FOV we're transitioning to, so this is the float on our event. Now we can call this event any anywhere inside our character. If you'd like to call
so I don't even need public camera anymore. So this can just go, I guess. Compile. Play. And then hold on, I'm learning something. What did I not? What did I not? So it closed in, but it didn't go back. When released, it should go back to this, but the problem is it's not doing it. Why do you not return? I can get rid of this one, right? And just have this one go to this one. Technically, it's the same thing. That way we. So do I have to do a reverse also then? Is that what that means? Or did I just not do
Create an
all of the
event
stuff?
with a float input for the new FOV we want to be applied. Off our event, we add a timeline, and inside this, we're going to set the duration to 1 second. We want a float track, adding 2 keyframes at 0 and 1 second, with their values matching the time they're located at. Next, on our timeline's update output, we're setting the field of view off our camera component. For its input value, 1 second, with their values matching the time they're located at. Next on our timeline's update output, we're setting the field of view off for our camera component. For its input value, we use a lerp that's going to use the timeline's track value as its alpha. For A, we get the current field of view from our camera, and for B, this is the FOV we're transitioning to, so this is the float on our event.
So A is standard, B is... What's up, hon? Okay. Okay. Uh, hello. Okay. I couldn't hear myself for some reason.
Now we can call this event anywhere inside our character.
So he
Float
sets
on our
values.
event. Now we can call this event anywhere inside our character.
Okay, so he did this, but obviously backwards because I wanted to zoom in when, because I wanted to zoom in. And looking at this, it says, so he has play from start and update. I have play. Play from start. We're gonna open this up again. Length is 1 second. I don't really understand a curve float. What if I did it like up to here? 0.3 seconds. So I'm assuming it takes 0.3 seconds. So we want it up to 1 second, right? But that's 1 second. Let's try points. We'll do 0.3 seconds. Compile. Event graph. We're gonna get rid of the new time backspace. We'll leave it at 0. Leave that alone. Compile. Okay, now it just doesn't work. But it went, but it's returning. The problem is it doesn't return back. Fuck. Why? Why do you not return back? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Character. If you'd like to call this functionality anywhere, you
Let's
aren't
watch him do it
changing the
again.
value, which is pretty useless. Second option you can go with is a timeline, which I'll be specifically going over today. First, we're going to create an event with a float input for the new FOV we want to be applied. Off our event, we add a timeline, and inside this, we're going to set the duration to 1 second. We want a float track, adding 2 keyframes at 0 and 1 second, with their values matching the time they're located at. Next on our timeline's update.
Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. I see what I'm doing wrong.
0 and 1 second, with their values matching the time.
Okay. I see what I'm doing wrong. So now, if we go back to play from start, compile, of course, compile, and we do it. Fuck, dude, that doesn't help.
Time they're located at. Next on our timeline's update output, we're setting the field of view off our camera component. For its input value, we use a lerp that's going to use the timeline's track value as its alpha. For A, we get the current field of view from our camera, and for B, this is the FOV we're transitioning to, so this is the float on our event. Now we can call this event anywhere inside our character. If you'd like to call this functionality anywhere else / outside your character in your game, you could create an interface version of this event and call it that way, which
So hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Why does he use 2 separate one of these? It's the same thing, correct? Is he just trying to keep like why does he do play from start?
of course it'll need a object input interface version of this event and call it that way, which of course it'll need a object input, and you can just use the engine's built-in get player character function. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like to support me, I have a Patreon where you can be object input, and you can just use the engine's built-in get player character function. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like to support me, I have a Patreon where you can become a member and get access to all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like to support me, I have a Patreon function.
Fuck,
If you
dude.
found this tutorial helpful,
This sucks. So there must be a reason why he does 2 follow cameras. So we're actually gonna. Okay, well that wasn't the plan. That's what I wanted to delete. What if I did set follow camera? Oh, that's way not what I want. Okay, I want to get follow camera. Get follow camera. So he had two systems there. Compile. So we're gonna not try to be cheeky about the simplifications of the process. That's already not working. Fuck. What's up, hon? Yeah. What? No, I'm in the middle of something. I'm learning. Oh, I did it. Okay, well, I thought I did it, but it's too fast. Oh, I know, it's instantaneous. Did it only work the first time? But as soon as I let go, it cancels it. Why? Because it's connected to it. I mean, if you want to remove it, sure, I don't care. I can't use it. Let's see what he does with the other
helpful,
one.
don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like your character in your game, you could create an interface version of this event and call it that way, which of course it'll need a object input, and you can just use the engine's built-in get. Player
Probably.
character function. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like to support me, I have a Patreon where you can.
So how do I get it to loop? How do I get it to be more than one time?
Become a
It's like a one-time use. Hey, what's up, Nivi? How you doing? Welcome, Flop. Sorry, guys. I'm actually like learning something right now. So I'm kind of I'm not ignoring you, Yami. You know I'm not ignoring you. So the problem I'm having right now is when I hit sprint, it moves in, and I let go of sprint, it kind of just pops out. But when I want to hit sprint again, it just snaps back. So it's a one-time use. It's a one-time use thing. I need to figure out how to make it loop. Not just be a one-time use. I spit. I spit. But I think I can do something. So a Boolean, if I remember right from watching the thing, Boolean meaning. Oh, never mind. Okay, no. So there's a system here that I'm not doing correctly. And even though he set it to update, which I assumed would have reset the system, but I was wrong. Double precision. I want to make it so that it repeats. True or false? Don't really care about true or false. What is the purpose of the float? What does float mean in programming? Float is a short term for floating point. By definition, it's a fundamental data type built into the compiler. It's used to define numeric values or floating decimal points. Blah, 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 blah. So, what is or reusable code? So it's a reusable code. So in theory, every time it pops off, it should trigger. Is what the float is supposed to be. Which pops into a lerp. I don't understand what a lerp linear interval is between. Okay. So how do I get the timeline to trigger every time I trigger this? That is the question. So it both says released. I have it released. So finished. One second. Oh. Nope. Didn't do it. Fuck. Fuck. So what we can do, we can actually debug. This is one of the coolest things. So Shift F1, this is something I also learned from that Unreal thing. So we can set this right now. We're gonna kind of zoom out. I want to see this work every single time. See? It says it's triggering, but it's not. Why? That's so frustrating. Look, 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 look. See? You guys can at least see the character, right? I go in, and it shows it's going through the system. Smooth FOV paused at 1 second, 100%. What does that mean? Why is it paused at 1 second? So I need to get rid of the pause. Is it because of this? 0, enter? That says 2. I did 2, not 0. So if we did play from start, how exactly? Because that's the system he had. He had it from play from start. It goes through. If we hit play, and it's immediately paused. So it's already not working. If I hit play, at least I can get it the first time where it zooms in for the sprint, and then it just snaps back out. So it doesn't correct itself. And then after that, it just snaps. So I don't understand. It's got that to be keyframed over time. Double click to open the timeline editor. Loop. There's no fucking way. There's no way with something like that. Did he hit a button that did a function like that? Is that what's happening right here? No. It zooms out. Oh wait. It works like 50% of the time. I have to wait. There's a... It's so inconsistent. Actually, that's pretty consistent. It's when you try to like do multiple sprints, it just fucking doesn't know what the fuck to do anymore. Yummy, I did it. Come look at this. Come look at this, I'll show you. So the issue I was having was I could only do it once and then it would just stop doing it forever. But now I push it, goes in, goes out. See? It's smooth transition.
Oh, I see.
In, out, in, out. Now the only thing that sucks is if you spam it. Oh, actually, it's doing pretty good at keeping up. Sometimes though, you can see it just jump to that close camera. That's cool. That's awesome. I did it.
You got it wrong.
Right now,
And the swimming. I think that the swimming part was what was
swimming.
the swimming.
Oh, the zooming. Yeah, but I mean, I figured that one out pretty quick. It was figuring out why it wasn't doing it over and over again. You want to know the reason why?
Why?
You want to see how stupid it is? You want to see how stupid I am?
Okay,
This is big stupid. Look, I had to hit loop. I think it was on like. I wonder what use last keyframe does.
I would just let it be, but
What?
okay.
No, hell no. See how it jumps in?
Mhm. It doesn't like slowly goes.
Yeah, it doesn't have that zoom feature. It just snaps. And that was something I was having issues with.
Okay.
Actually, this kind of works too.
I like the other one better.
Oh, there we go. Ah! Okay, we're not doing autoplay. I hate that. It sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. What's up, hon? That's so weird how inconsistent it is.
It's big enough.
What's big enough, babe? Okay.
I'm not saying to the poster. Ow, what was that?
What happened?
Oh. I just poked myself somewhere.
I'm obviously going to worry, hon.
And you're not.
I do worry. Oh, this is way better. That bothers me how inconsistent it is, but at least it's working. So I got it working. So that's good enough. Post update work? Compile. I'll have to see.
Do you wanna come with me?
No.
Oh,
Okay, this is working.
I'm glad to hear that.
Oh my god. Yes! Yes! Control S. Save. Save. What I want to do is I want to do what they have and do like how do they do this? I want to make a graph. Is it just a graph? Control D. Yes. We're gonna keep it organized, boy. What's up, hun? Don't do that to me, hun. No. No. Bad.
Oh, just swallowed
Okay,
it.
that way I can see all of the connections, where all of them go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing like
Poor thing's out.
organization now, so I can understand how this is working. This is the top one. This is the bottom one. Both are using character movement with the left shift input. Okay, and all of this is combined for sprint. Sprint input. I push this, I increase my speeds. This change POV setup is what changes the FOV. I then use left shift to change the FOV. What's up, babe?
Today I'm going from Trad Goth to Glitzy Glam Barbie, and I'm gonna be surprising my two best friends today. And I am super scared. I'm scared that I'm gonna like it. If I had to summarize my look in a few words, it would be dark, gory, and vampire-esque.
You ready to see?
I am.
Looks so good. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh. Today I'm going from Trad
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So let me. So now that I got the sprinting thing done, and I'm very satisfied with it, let me try to figure out um, how to, I guess, have a weapon on my character, or to have a weapon in the game. Press F and pick it up. Although that system's going to be removed later, but the press F interaction system is going to be super useful to have, and so I want to kind of have that on the side. My gosh. And we got the sprint animation. Very fun. I'm gonna have to look in animations now. Where would I find something like that? He's already carrying a weapon. I like it. Let's try to import it. So we have. Holy cow, so I can make my own animations? So what I'm curious is if I can attach this animation. Jog forward.
Wait, what? That's ridiculous.
What?
I was trying to order online,
Yeah.
but they're asking me to pay cash.
Oh.
So I'll still have to like go somewhere and get the cash out. I need to pay my phone.
And you need to pay your phone?
It's good to know the delivery is there. I just need cash.
How do I find it? Uh-oh, game froze. What's up, hun?
I saw something, and ever since that service only stops at 9, I'll toy with the idea of whether or not I'm gonna head somewhere and like, we'll cash out.
Okay. Instead will be red as default. Oh. Okay, so he didn't do it. Crap, man. Why did it not work? That should work, right? Am I just not? When I press enter, it should have switched to that animation. Fuck! My logic not good. It was an experiment. I want to see if I could do it on my own. Okay. Well, I'm happy I got the sprinting though. How to... Not how to make a game. It's equip a weapon in Unreal Engine. Let's make it so my character has a thing. I'm pretty sure we got the switch. Because obviously we're going to need animations for this. How to add weapons to character. I mean, that's like 2 years ago.
See how to attach a weapon to your character, like you can see on the screen at this time. So you can see the character is holding a weapon in his hand. So to do this, it's simple, but you're gonna need two pack here on the marketplace. It's optional, but it's just gonna make it a little bit easier to follow for that tutorial. So the first pack I'm gonna use here on the marketplace, it's gonna be the FPS weapon bundle. So that give you access to for free all those weapons.
FPS weapon bundle. I mean, if it's free, I'll use it. I don't really care. Unreal Engine Marketplace. Oh, look at this cool shit, by the way, guys. Look at this cool shit. I wanted to show you because they have the free items in the marketplace, right? Look at what they have here. $100 like modular sci-fi door environment. That's really cool. This one though, this bundle, look at the fucking price, $200, and you get 6 like maps. But I don't really care about like environments. I'm more interested in like systems. Um, but I thought it was very fascinating how expensive these things are like. Oh, okay. Let me see if it's free. He has. I'm assuming it's this right here. Although it looks different. Oh no, this is it. Okay, this is it. 100% this is it. And it's free, so I can add it. Add to project. Map. Maker. Show. All. Brother. What? Don't add. What do you mean it's not compatible? What about it isn't compatible? I'm assuming he's just got models, right? They're only models? Why is it not compatible? Fuck, it doesn't let me fucking do it. So I can't even follow this guy's shit. No! No! So the question is there weapons in the starter pack? Because if it's got that jog animation, I'm curious to see if it's got a weapon animation or like has a pistol or a rifle or something that would allow me. I'm just gonna compile all this. Control S to save. Quixel. Okay. Uh, I just want like a weapon. Okay, game. Come on. You're gonna give me like a rifle. Really? That sucks. So we're gonna go to free, right? And I'm just gonna do a weapon. Modular weapon constructor? That's $130. Guys, I need free. Please. God damn, it's literally not gonna let me do it on the free section, huh? Permanently free collection. Come on, you guys don't make like guns? Who's people aren't sitting there fucking making guns? I see cars, level design, footsteps, effects, podcast studios, factory environment, literally for free, factory environment. Where I just want someone who's set up like basic weapon models. I see weapons there, but once again I want like firearms. Mocap basics, motion capture, dynamic grass system. Am I got to like make a weapon model? But I can't use it. Ugh. Just some basic weaponry stuff, man. That's all I want. Lyra starter game. I'm seeing guns. For developed to serve as an excellent starting point for creating new games, we plan to continue to upgrade it with future releases to demonstrate our latest builds. I want to see the weaponry. What happened, hon? What's going on? Okay. So it's like an FPS. But I want to take the weapon models they have. I don't really care about the mannequins. I just want the weapon models. Because it's the only one. So let's just get it for free. the trigger discipline. So it's a complete project. Contains a full Unreal Engine project folder complete with config files, content files, and which can be used as a template to create a new project. I don't want to create a new project. I want to take the assets from this project. not trying. $20 per page? How high can I go? 100 per page? Unreal Engine 4, all city, Unreal Engine 4, that's all Unreal Engine 4. UE4, we're on UE5, so I don't even know if I can use that. These are all characters, I don't care. I just need like a single weapon. Blades, I'm not interested in blades. I want like one gun. I just want one gun. Animation starter pack. With the classic mannequins as well as up at the marketplace of the standard mod up and running. Free. So I'm gonna take the I'm gonna absolutely add map maker. Ah, ah, no. What about mega scans? They have like a single weapon I can use, right? Tell me you guys have a single weapon I can use. Tell me you guys have a one gun. I just need one gun. It just needs to be a model. Why? They have swords, they have axes, but they don't have any firearms. That sucks, bro. I literally can't find a single weapon for free. Let's just search products and do firearms. Science fiction firearms for $7, dude. I mean, it looks cool. But what about free? What about free? Not free. None of it is free. Let's see. Are you Unreal Engine 5 compatible? It says supported. 5.3, 5.4. I swear to God, bro. I'm gonna make my own mesh. I'm not dealing with this nonsense. I just need the mesh. I just need an object I can have him hold. I'm gonna make him hold a block. I'm literally gonna make it a block. I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm not gonna pay for something that might not work in 5.5. No. He's about to hold a square. We're gonna add a cylinder. Yeah, that's how I feel about this. That's how I feel about this. We're gonna make it very small, to be honest. how it turned out like that, but we'll just... Save, save. Control S to save. If I play, do I see it? I do see it. Good. We sprint. I love the fact I got the sprinting thing to work. I'm so happy about it. So now we just need to make it so that I can have a weapon. This is going to be my weapon. Make it where you can hold the weapon. And then... So that is my goal now. Is I'm going to find a video to watch. I don't know. I don't need creating an FPS. How to make a third-person shooter game. It's 3 hours long. I don't know if I want a 3-hour long video. Let me see if he has it chaptered
What's up, guys?
out.
Welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make a third-person shooter game. It will cover all the things that you need. Now, even though this tutorial is focused to beginners, if you're a total beginner, I recommend firstly checking my how to make your first game in Unreal Engine tutorial, which I'll be linking in the description. Alright, with that said, this is going to be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started.
It's 3 hours
so
long.
The first thing that we need to do is to create our project. In this case, I will be using the latest version of Unreal Engine 5.2. Now, of course, if a new version is out and you want to choose the latest one, go ahead. But if you just want to play it safe and go with my version, go ahead. Alright, so I'm going to go into the game section and choose our third-person template. That's going to be a third-person shooter. And here we're going to specify if we want Blueprints or C++. In this case, it will be Blueprints. And then we can leave pretty much everything as default. And this is desktop, maximum. And then make sure that we have starting content on, as it will give us some handy materials and assets that we may use in the future. Then we need to specify the project location and then the project name. Okay, so now we can go ahead and just say create. And now we just have to wait a few seconds. Alright, the engine has opened, so now the first thing that I always like to do is to put my content browser bar anchored in the button, so it's always accessible. So we're just gonna go into window, go into content browser, and you select content browser 1, and we just appear. We can just drag the tab and just put it down, and there we go. Now, yes, it will be always there, and I just prefer it that way, you know. Alright, so now basically we hit play. As you may know from my how to make your first game in Unreal Engine tutorial, basically we just have our mannequin, we can just jump around, and there we go. So there are a few changes that we have.
Huh? Huh? What?
YouTube keeps trying to like put Christian crap on my feed.
Oh, that's weird.
I know, I'm atheist.
To make into this. Now, it depends a bit on the locomotion motion that we want, but in this case we are actually gonna keep the main movement like this, basically a free camera. But basically when we aim, that's when it's gonna be different, and basically we will need to anchor the character to always be looking at where it is aiming, of course, if it makes sense. Now, first of all, I will want to import some assets that we need. This includes the animations that we're gonna use for holding the gun, and then also the character model itself and the weapons. So in this case are gonna be 3 free assets from the Unreal Engine marketplace that I'm gonna be linking in the description, and let me just show them. So the first one's gonna be the animation starter kit. It is from Epic Games, completely free. I will be linking in the description. What you have to do is go ahead and add it into your library, and with that you will be good to go. It will have the animation.
It's not compatible. Not compatible. That sucks. So I can't even use these like base. I can't even do.
That we need for our weapon. Then we'll need the stylized character kit. This will just be the character that we'll be using. Of course, later on, after the tutorial, we have finished it. You can change your own character and put the one that you want. But for the sake of this one, I think this one looks pretty cool, so we'll use it. And then last but not least, we'll be using the FPS weapon bundle.
Dude, it's not compatible. The two that's important to me aren't compatible.
Unreal Engine 4 skeleton. So we have to basically right click, go into retarget, and duplicate and retard them. So in here we have the option to use an IK retargeter, which will be already included in the template. We can convert them from UE4 to UE5. And with that, as you can see, it will basically go from UE4 to UE5. You say retarget, and then in a few seconds we have them all here with the new UE5 skeleton.
Whoa, hold on a second. Maybe I'm missing something.
And with that, you will be good to go. It will have the animation that we need for our weapon. Then we'll need the stylized character kit. This character pack, so you can see in here, for example, go to models, all the different parts, and then also lastly in the FPS weapon bundle with all the animations that, meshes that we can use for our gun. So let's just begin by applying the animations into a character, okay, and then we'll add the gun, and then finally we'll add the character into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into the anim starter pack, and you'll see that we have a whole bunch of animations in here. Well,
Shit. Okay, so that's not helping me. So the problem is it's telling me it's not compatible for the two things that he recommended I get, which really sucks. I don't know specifically how I can take advantage of that. If I'm getting kind of dicked on. My project, we're gonna go to marketplace. Animation. Of course. So I just need something. Something. Inventory. Multiplayer shootout. Shooter game. I like how it just says shooter game. Animation starter pack. Add the project. Not compatible. Oh my god, dude. There's no fucking way, bro. How do I... That sucks. 5.0 to 5.2. 5.0 to 5.2. Damn, bro. Damn it. So I need to kind of make my own animation, I guess? Okay. Well, let me see if I can at least equip a weapon. Equip this. Shit. Okay. So we're looking up something else then, I guess, right? How to make animation in Unreal Engine 5.
What's up guys, welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial, and today I'm gonna show you on how to animate your character. Basically we're gonna go ahead and create an animation blueprint, so it's gonna be a very easy video to follow. So let's get started. But first, check out the link in the description to get our some Unreal Engine courses on Winfox. Alright, so the first thing that we need is of course your character and all the animations. Now in my case, I'm gonna be using the normal default mannequin ones just to show you in this tutorial how you can create an animation blueprint and stuff. But of course you can use your own character with your own animations and stuff and later on integrate them. So the first thing that I'm gonna go ahead and create before the animation blueprint itself is gonna be an animation blend space. So raise right click, go to animation, and now if we are in 5.1, you will see that we have an animation blend space over here. The thing is that this will include two axes, okay? Basically a vertical one and an horizontal one. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're not gonna be making straight movement, okay? So we don't need like diagonal and backwards movement. We'll need like an idle animation, walking animation, and running animation. So we're gonna keep this simple. So we're gonna go into Legacy and choose the Blank Space 1D. Of course, if you're using like another version that is not 5.1, it will be available over here. But anyway, you're gonna choose the Blank Space 5.1, and then you're gonna go ahead and choose what type of character you want your animations to be. Okay, so actually I'm gonna change my mind and go and select the Kratos skeleton. I just had it, so I'm gonna be using it in this video. So let's go ahead and rename.
We're gonna go to my stuff. We're gonna go to content, mannequin, Unreal Engine 4. Ooh, thanks, hon. Okay. I need to make animations. I don't care about the how to make third-person shooter. I need the how to make animation. Unreal Engine 5.
So you're seeing all these new cool features from Unreal Engine and want to make your own short film, animation, or fight scene. Well, the problem is that you animate in another program, and sometimes transferring over data from one program to another can get pretty tricky. Well, Epic Games has launched Control Rig, an ability to animate your characters directly in the game engine. Now you can make a character punch, kick, and fight like those you see in your favorite show or game. But it's still a little scary the first time you open up Unreal Engine. This is going to be a step-by-step tutorial series on how to animate a quick fight scene directly in engine with the Control Rig. My name is Cliff, and I've been...
Well, I don't necessarily...
And click Add Level Sequence. And just save this anywhere in your project. Once you've done this, drag one of the animations somewhere in your level. Once you've dragged in your animation, simply go to your sequence and go Track, then go Add to Sequence, and select the animation that you just imported. You want to see all these little lines appear around your character. Using them, we're going to basically animate our character. So if I select this blue one here, with Select and Rotate Object selected, if I just move this, I can rotate my character's hand. I can also move the position of this object by going to the Select and Translate Objects, and for example, I can just move this here. So basically, using these tools, we're going to animate our character. What we're going to do is first go to frame 0, and then position your character to the animations that you want to make. So I'm going to make an animation of my character waving their hand. So I'm just going to rotate this up a bit and back. And I'll just rotate this like this. So this is going to be the starting animation for my character. Once you've found it, what you want to do is just click this little add new key, and this will track the position of our character. I'm just going to select this first one, right click on it, and go duplicate, and just move this to frame 30. Then at frame 15, I'm going to move my character's arm here, and then click track. This way I have a little looping animation of my character waving their hand. So I want this animation to be 30 frames long, so what I'm going to do is just drag this little red arrow, and make it stop at this 30 here. Now if I just click play, I have this animation of my character waving their hand. So the next thing we need to do is export this animation. In order to do that, we can just right click on the first animation and go bake animation sequence. Then this will ask us where we want to save the animation. I'm just going to save it in my content drawer, but you can save it anywhere. And just click export to animation. This will export the animation. Now if I go to my content drawer and go to where I exported the animation, it'll be here. I can open it up and we can see it's the animation of my character waving. As well as creating animations using the system, we can also edit existing animations. So I'm going to show you how to do that now.
That's what I want to do.
This, and then select my mannequin again and go track, add it to sequence and select the idle. And this time we want to delete this control rig. And under animation, we just want to select an animation that we want to edit. So I'm going to edit the walking animation of my character. So I'm going to select this walk forward. And I'm just going to drag it so it starts at frame 0. And I'll just drag this red little dot so it ends where the animation ends. And as we can see, this is my character's walking animation. If I want to edit it, what we can do is right click on the animation. We're going to go bake to control rig and select the CR mannequin body and click create. And as you can see, it will add all these little control rigs around it. And I can go to, for example, frame 46. And if say at frame 46, I wanted my character's head to rotate slightly here, I could just do that. And then I can click track. And now at frame 46, my character's head is going to turn slightly towards the left. So you can just do that if you want to edit existing animations slightly. And if you want to export them, it's the same as how we did it before. You just right click, go bake animation sequence, and then select that you want to export the animation. So that's how you can create and edit animations inside of Unreal Engine. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Okay, so let's see. So if we play, oh yeah, he just kind of like does some basic movement, runs forward. And the only difference how did he okay, maybe I didn't watch that very well. How did he gain access to it?
And click add level sequence. And just save this anywhere in your project. Once you've done this, just open up your content drawer and find the Unreal Engine mannequin. Once you've done this, drag one of the animations somewhere in your level. Once you've dragged in your animation, simply go to your sequence and go track, then go active to sequence and select the animation that you just imported. You want to see all these little Once you've done this, drag one of the animations somewhere in your level, anywhere in your project, like add level sequence.
Content is fine. Why didn't it do it? 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 Why is he not doing it? Why is he not doing it? Oh man, oh man. He's not running. Book. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
And just save this
Fuck.
anywhere in your project. Once you've done this, just open up your content drawer and find the Unreal Engine mannequin. Once you've done this, drag one of the animations somewhere in your level. Once you've dragged in your animation, simply go to your sequence and go track, then go active to sequence and select the animation that you just imported. You want to see all these little lines appear around your character. Using them, we're going to basically animate our character. So if I select this blue one here, with select and rotate object selected, if I just move this, I can rotate my character's hand. I can also move the position of this object by going to the select and translate objects, and for example I can just move this here. Active to sequence and select the idle, and this time we want to delete this control rig, and under animation we just want to select an animation that we want to edit. So I'm going to edit the walking animation of my character, so I'm going to select this walk forward, and I'm just going to drag it so it starts at frame 0, and I'll just drag this red little dot so it ends where the animation ends. And as we can see, this is my character's walking animation. If I want to edit it, all we can do is right click on the animation. We're going to go basic control rig, animation. I'll just drag this red little dot so it ends where the animation ends. Forward. And I'm just going to drag it so it starts at frame 0. And I'll just drag this red little dot so it ends where the animation ends. And as we can see, this is my character's walking animation. If I want to edit it, all we can do is right click on the animation. you're going to go basic control rig and select the CR mannequin body and click create. And as you can see, it will add all these little control rigs around it. And I can go to, for example, frame 46. And say at frame 46, I wanted my character's head to rotate slightly here. I could just do that. And then I can click track. And now at frame 46, my character's head is going to turn slightly towards the left. So you can just do that if you want to edit existing animations slightly. And if you want to export them, it's the same as how we did it before. You just right click, go bake animation sequence, and then select how you want to export the animation. So that's how you can create and edit animations inside of Unreal Engine. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
He's not fucking running. Run. Back. We're gonna close it. Let's not save. Don't save. I've been fucking with things I don't want to fuck with. Well, I'm gonna have to learn how to animate, and I'm gonna have to learn how to make models, just so I can equip a freaking weapon. But I think I'm gonna call it today. I mean, I managed to sprint and get the camera closer. But I need to get a sprinting animation, and then I need to get a weapon, and then kind of change all the animation so he's holding the weapon, and then, oh my gosh, fuck.